Okay, so you want to get good at playing Cool Kid, but you don't know how. You're missing your warp speed overrides like this, you can't hit a corrupt nature to save your life, and everyone is making fun of you. Well, I got a solution for you. Give me just 10 minutes of your time and I'll teach you everything you need to know about playing Cool Kid. Soon enough, you'll be able to do stuff like this, this, and this.
I love knocking out teeth. You're mine. Just shut up and rage quit.
As usual, I won't be wasting time, so let's just start with the basic mechanics. Stamina management. This is an essential to playing Cool Kid. Cool Kid has a slightly higher stamina bar than a survivor, having 110 stamina. This applies for every killer, by the way. This is especially good for maintaining a chase, especially against a survivor who's really good at stamina management, and to get out of the way of a potential stun last second. The thing about Cool Kid is that you should be using your moveset to pressure a survivor into wasting stamina. How? Well, Cool Kid has 3 main skills outside of his main punch: Corrupt Nature, Warp Speed Override, and Pizza Delivery. Now, a lot of this sounds good, but you need to be very careful and situational with how you use these moves. Let's start with Pizza Delivery, arguably one of the most simple moves. Cool Kid punches into the ground and spawns 2 pizza bots. It's a perfect move to use to cut off paths to survivors trying to escape them. You should be placing them as soon as possible when the match starts, and every single time its cooldown is off, except if you're in a chase, or whenever you need to conserve stamina. If you get a single hit with the Pizza Delivery guys close up, it's a guaranteed kill, because they straight up cannot get away thanks to them getting slowness 3. Watch out for guests and stunners though, otherwise you'll get read like a book and countered if you try to get in too fast. What I like to do is punch near the stunner before confirming my kill to bait out a block or a stun and then punishing them. Speaking of punishing, Warp Speed Override is a perfect move for punishing stunners. Dare I say it's better than Gashing Wound if you know how to use it, but you gotta understand how it functions first. Warp Speed Override pretty much comes at frame 1, which makes it unpredictable close up if you know what you're doing. If you miss it, however, it's going to be really bad for you, because Cool Kid travels in a straight line for 2 whole seconds. Make sure not to do this far away. Only do it at a medium distance if they're locked in a straight line path due to a closed corridor or up close, because that way they can't juke out of the way. Common mistakes with Warp Speed Override is that you end up doing it on Brandon Works stairs, Yorick's resting place's bridge, and the ball pit in the arcade. Avoid doing it here as it's extremely predictable and survivors have an easy way to get out of the way. Unless you're up close, it's best to avoid doing it here. Landing a Warp Speed will do 25 damage on impact and apply Burning 1 for 10 seconds. This does a total of around 40 damage, so it's really good as a punish move, especially for its cooldown. It sucks that it's getting nerfed soon with a small windup, but most of my advice should still work with what I've said. Corrupt Nature is the move you're going to use the most to pressure survivors. It's the enemy of campers, looking at you Brandon Works staircase, and it's good to combo after hitting a punch or a Warp Speed Override. It's great for combos because it deals slowness 1, essentially meaning it sets up the survivor for another hit. Again, keep an eye out for guests, especially. They'll try to block when they get hit by this move to try and stop you from punishing them. Remember to strafe out of the way, as shown here, and finish them off. If you don't strafe out of the way, this is what's going to happen. Alright, with that section handled, I'm going to break down how an ideal Cool Kid match goes and how a bad Cool Kid match goes, and I'll show the difference it can have overall. Let's start with a bad match, shall we? Growing pains with Cool Kid suck. Now, a good thing I did to start this match off was use Pizza Delivery early. This is great for tracking survivors and cutting off their movement options as early in the game as possible.
Alright,
now, what I did here was a classic mistake. While Corrupt Nature is a ranged move, it should mostly be used at medium to short distance, not long range, and especially not so obviously in front of the survivors. I should have aimed better here. Some advice I'd give while aiming a Corrupt Nature is to use Shift Lock. While Shift Lock makes your shots predictable, it at least makes it accurate. So if you're struggling to use the mouse hover feature to aim your shots, try using Shift Lock. I just hit him twice! Alright, now this is the first trick I want you guys to keep note of. When fighting a chance and you see their gun wind up, immediately walk speed towards them if you're at a close enough distance. The wind up for Chance's gun is an entire second long, so if you're able to close that distance in time, you'll be able to ignore their stun. Why? Cool Kid's end animation of walk speed override makes them invulnerable to stuns when it lands, so it's great for closing distance against a chance before they get to fire their gun, especially with the fact that most chances at early game don't have a high amount of health, so you'll basically get a guaranteed kill. Yes, Marty, you're not. I'm not letting you survive. Now, another big mistake I make here is that I spend majority of the match looking for the 007 and ignoring the Elliot, which is really bad because I ended up wasting my stamina right in front of the 007 right before it became last man standing. There should have been a point where I gave up and just let the 007 be at last man standing once I've realized he's wasted his clone. This got me to lose the match. Taylor now.
Okay, good luck, Taylor.
What did you just reset?
Another failed walk speed. Again, I should be aiming these better. Seriously, bro.
You're dead. Bro, why would you run there?
The boo.
Need to see the
How
next
did you
day.
miss that?
I thought the hitbox was larger.
I haven't hit a single walk speed so far, bro.
I've hit one. What? What do you mean? What do you mean I haven't hit a single one? If you want to talk about stuff I haven't
Yeah, hit
hit,
me on the corner, hit me on the corner.
Kayla, you're throwing. Kayla, no.
you're throwing, Kayla.
You're mine.
What?
Yo.
Why did the timer end? What? Alright, now for an example of how to properly play the game. Watch and learn.
I shall throw this on you.
Please don't tell me that's
Oh,
a builder.
yeah.
And of course it's a builder, man.
Building it, building.
Anybody off it? No! Stop it! Stop
Down the
it!
floor. I threw a pizza on the floor.
Stop
I'm
it!
no longer building it. Where?
You need to stop building it right now. I'm sorry, but you have to stop building it.
I'm just gonna do my gens. No, please don't let me do my gens. Of course, he's coming down that way too.
There's
You
a
need
pizza here.
me.
There's a pizza here. Take it. Oh, God
Oh,
damn it.
somebody messed up their
He's just
stamina.
ignoring you.
No, what the hell is the hitbox?
Wait, bro, please.
It's over!
Maybe it's time to rage quit, eh?
Oh my, just oh,
Okay, now I leave you on 1 HP. I'm warning you!
Oh my god.
I found you!
Wait,
You're mine.
I missed.
Move!
Your humanoid property has no chance against mine.
You're not doing that. How did that M1 not hit?
Just shut up.
Finally! Okay, now that the warm-up's over, let's show you how a real Cool Kid main plays.
Here we go, folks. I love knocking out teeth. I feel no pain. Can you say the same? Maybe it's time to rage quit, eh? You're mine. I love knocking out teeth. Just shut up and rage quit. I love knocking out teeth. Your humanoid property has no chance against mine. I gotta buy me and the folks some pizza after this. I love knocking out teeth. You're mine. You're mine. I feel no pain. You're mine. Just shut up and rage quit. You're mine. Maybe it's time to rage quit, eh? I love knocking out teeth. Just shut up and rage quit. Mine. I love knocking out teeth. I love knocking out teeth. You're mine. Your humanoid property has no chance against mine. I love knocking out teeth. You're mine. Maybe it's time to rage quit, eh? You're mine. I love knocking out teeth. You're mine. Just shut up and rage quit.
And creepypasta class is dismissed.
Alright, that should be everything for how to play Cool Kid. Let me know what you guys want in the next video because I had to practice a lot of Cool Kid for this. I've become pretty good at Cool Kid now though, so it's not that bad since he's my main. Yeah, that's all. Bye bye.